The Dream Cruise next summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 people already offered me money for that car.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The dude lives across the street from me, asked me if I want to sell it. And the guy I get those pounds from, he wanted to buy it. Oh man, come on man, sell it to me. No, dude.
Look up, Missy.
That's my winter car.
Watch
I'm
your
gonna
butt.
put that Cadillac up.
Watch your butt. Come on. Yeah, just sharing the spot. You can stay here if you want, but I know you won't. There you go. Sorry. Sorry, Missy. Man, this shit is slow as fuck right now, and I don't know why. I'm starting to get frustrated with my internet.
No. So what are you gonna do about that? I mean,
Call them and bitch and say, fuck you, fix my internet.
I'm gonna say fuck you, fix my internet.
No, actually I'm gonna tell Double O to say that.
Oh yeah, I gotta get Double O some money. I'll see him Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Give him a couple of bucks for doing some work for me.
There we go. Thanks, computer, for being on time.
What are we smoking?
I don't know.
What are we smoking?
I haven't named it yet, so I don't know.
Oh, so it's not blueberry.
No.
Oh,
Why?
cool.
Are you mad about blueberry?
I'm just kind of tired of blueberry.
When have you smoked blueberry?
Not that often.
Exactly. So how are you tired of it?
I just don't.
You don't like it. It's different than being tired of it.
The buzz is not as strong as I want it to be. I'll put it that way. It's not a bad smoke, don't get me wrong. It's just not my cup of tea.
I get you. I don't like it either.
But obviously it sells.
Yeah, there's people that like it.
Yeah.
I don't know why people like it, but they like it.
Yep.
Why do you think they like the blueberry, babe?
I don't know. Blueberry's a fantastic strain.
You think it's the
What do you
taste?
like about it?
Maybe
The
it's
taste doesn't hit with me.
I love the taste.
that's what I was going to say. I think a lot of people love the taste.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can taste things that I can't.
I mean, it's
'Cause it is
beautiful
very
just
fruity.
to break it up, even just to
Yeah.
see the buds are gorgeous. It has an amazing smell, great taste profile. What's not to love about it?
I'm just, I guess I'm
It's
just,
not like super super heavy like.
I think that's another reason why a lot of people like it, because it's not that
Yeah,
heavy.
That's
Gives you that
one
buzz.
I can smoke all day long.
Yeah, you
not
could-
like take a nap.
Yeah,
If I smoke that all day, I'm
exactly.
taking a nap.
Somebody else told me that
Yeah.
a few months
So
ago.
I like that about it too. Definitely.
It is its own thing, I'll give you that.
It really grows nice. You know, the growth.
Yeah. That's buds.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't grow as nice as the deadhead in my mind, but they grow different.
Yeah.
One's shorter and stouter. The other one's taller and lankier. Ooh. Man. I don't know. Damn, you just that whole thing in, huh? Like, would you roll a half a joint? And you pull it out of your mouth, I'm like, oh, there's the rest of it. His mouth. My boss used to smoke, my old boss, he smoked cigarettes. And he quit, but when he used to smoke cigarettes, he was the worst, dude. He'd smoke, like Marlboro Ultralights.
Marlboro?
Ultralights,
Okay.
right?
So like air.
Yeah. So he would take it and he'd go, you have the filter, because the filter's long. The filter was, about that long. He'd have the filter in his fingers like that and he'd go,
Get it going. Huh?
like he took the whole filter in his fucking mouth.
Yeah.
It's like, And
You couldn't even see the filter.
No, it was the weirdest when he'd always have. It's like he had to open up and get it ready
And slide it in there.
because he was afraid he was gonna miss. It's like he'd missed a couple times. What the fuck? What's wrong with this thing? Okay.
Oh boy. You still fooling around with that?
Yeah, it's not working now. It just fucking died. I mean, it's still on, but the screen went black.
I never understood computers to begin with. I'm not literate. I bought this girl a computer about 6 or 7 years ago. I bought this girl. She wanted a computer so bad, a laptop. So I bought her one for Christmas. And after 2 weeks, she couldn't even use it anymore. It was so virused up.
Really?
Yeah. But she was going to sites that she probably shouldn't have went to.
Well, I don't use that for this. You have your phones for that now.
Yeah. This was about 5 or 6 years ago.
I don't know. I remember when computers were going to be like I had a computer. I used to like worry about getting a fucking screen and
Yeah.
getting all that shit, even though I never really used it.
That chick was weird anyway. She, one day she came over, the last time I saw her, in fact, she came over, and she says, "You're not going to like me anymore." What are you talking about? What do you mean I'm not going to like you anymore? Because I'm going to put on weight. You going to do what? I'm going to put on weight. I'm skinny. I want to put on at least 50 pounds. Now, this girl was not skinny.
She wasn't skinny?
Not at all. Nowhere.
And she thought she was skinny?
Yes. I said, when you look in the mirror, you look skinny? Yeah. I'm going to put on more weight, about 50 pounds.
How much she weigh now? Did you even ask her?
No, but 50 pounds would make her obese.
Oh.
I don't know, who was she? She's probably about maybe 140.
Okay, so she put her up to about 200 pounds?
Yeah. Insane. I said, that's not healthy.
No. Fuck no. And that's all it's about. It's about health.
I can speak for black people to a certain degree because I am black, and I go to a lot of black events and stuff in church and stuff.
You're
like
black?
That. Well, don't tell anybody I said.
You know I'm colorblind, right? I can't see color.
Very good. And I noticed that a lot of people that go to church, I'd say 3/4 of them are overweight. In the black churches.
In white churches too.
It's like that too? Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been to a church in 20 years.
But when you went, or
when I
you
went,
know people,
they were all fucking fat asses.
Yeah, I know. I wonder why that is.
Because comfortable? I don't know.
Well, it's not good for black people. We have too much.
Not good for anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it has to do with where you live.
But we're predisposed to diabetes and sickle cell and all these different weird diseases.
Yep.
So I weigh 183. I knew I lost weight. I knew I lost about 20 or 25 pounds. So I'm 183, 6'1".
Yeah, I don't weigh 183.
What do you weigh?
What do you think?
How tall are you?
5'9".
205?
No, that'd be an ideal weight. 220.
Okay. Well, but you carry it okay.
Yeah.
You don't look bad.
I carry 280 okay too. Like if I wore the proper outfit, you wouldn't be able to tell. I could soprano it up like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Italian mob boss looked like a fucking...
Because when you showed me that picture of you years ago, it didn't even look like you. I was like, man, that's not you.
Yeah.
But then when I looked at your face real close,
Oh was me.
Oh, that is
It
him.
was all here. Like, all where my beard was all fat.
That's purple berry, right?
Yes. And I couldn't fucking grow as much hair because I think the fat stopped it. It might have, man.
Oh my God. Man, I hope they hurry up and get this vaccine done.
I ain't gonna get a vaccine done anytime soon. Get used to
I don't want to go through next year like this.
We won't. You know why? Because we'll hit herd immunity in this fucking country, one way or another.
Somebody told me that's not going to happen.
It shouldn't happen. For it to happen, millions and millions of people
Have to get
die.
affected.
No, have to die.
Oh.
Because you need, for herd immunity to happen.
I see what you're saying, right.
And again, herd immunity is something they use on fucking animals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yes, it might work that way with us, but it might not. So what the fuck is with this shit taking forever? It's like 70% of the population has to be infected.
You know, I don't care what your politics are. Health is health. I don't know. I don't understand why people just can't do the right thing for a little while. If you do the right thing for a little while, this shit will be gone.
I know. It's like it goes back to the main reason is because we don't live in the 50s anymore. If we lived in the 50s, people would have done shit.
And Trump didn't help with all that. It's a hoax.
Oh,
it ain't real.
Trump's not helping with any of it.
No, he's not.
His fucking whole attitude of... It's just...
Now he wants to go into the cities and dominate.
No, it's... He only knows one way to talk, and it's with fucking fear.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to actually spew anything. He knows that he can't win with any of it.
He doesn't have compassion.
So I like this guy, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I read or listened
Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
Yeah, I listened to a book.
Yeah.
And
that's an old book.
Yeah, but I listen to his podcast every once in a while. And he's a conservative guy, so I don't really agree with a lot he says, but not necessarily.
See, when you say he's a conservative, that doesn't mean anything to me.
No, what I mean is...
because a conservative can...
No, he's more conservative business on the mindset.
Got you.
Not political.
Not necessarily politically.
I don't even know what his political... Because, again, he doesn't talk... He's all about business.
He's not talking about that.
No. And yes, politics...
Which is good.
Yes, politics has to do with business in an extent because it kind of controls the business. But he only, he's not... And again, even, like I said, there are things he talks about. It's like, yeah, you're simplifying that too much. In my mind, and I could be wrong, because I'm not fucking smart.
Well, listen, it really has nothing to do with being smart. It has something to do with your opinion of what he says.
No. I'm talking about policy issues. Policy issues aren't opinions. If they are an opinion, it shouldn't be in a policy. Policies should be made off of facts and law or stats and things like that.
Come on. Of course it should be.
But I'm just saying.
But you know people twist shit around.
Well, I know. They twist facts to make their own opinion. I get it. Like, he had brought up, Ben Shapiro. Fuck Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro's the type... he goes, this is what... He goes, I'm going to show you how he does it. And at the end, he showed Ben talking to a guy who was... And again, if me and Ben got into a conversation, he would win because I'd just get angry and punch him in the face. Because he doesn't have an actual argument.
Yeah.
He just gets louder. He doesn't stop talking.
Yeah, I hate that when they...
And he doesn't actually come up points. And you try to counter his points, and he says them so fast that by the time you're 5 points, he's already past that and counteracted his other point with something else. So, what? It's on a delay.
Oh, okay. Because I just saw somebody walk by looking like, I don't see nobody.
It's on a delay.
Okay, thank you.
So anyways, Ben pointed out that he has his opinions, and when he goes in, he looks for facts that's, he basically dismisses facts that counter anything he believes.
Yeah.
Even though the guy is all about, his whole tagline is, facts don't have feelings. Yet he uses his feelings to decide what facts he likes.
He's gonna like.
Yeah. And that's... fuck him for that. I hate... That's annoying. But
a lot of these conservatives, they'll start talking and they won't stop.
Oh, so anyways, that's what I was going back. he was talking to a guy who's more of a conservative guy talking about the markets. And again, it's good to listen to him talk because the guy's made a lot of money off the market, so he knows what the fuck he's talking about. But at the same time, he's talking about how like Trump has got the right policies, and so he said that Biden and Harris would be bad for the markets. And the guy goes, okay, what specific policies would he be bad for? Like, what would...
Right.
And the guy goes, all of them. That was his answer, all of them. They're all bad. They would all fuck the market.
See.
And it's like, then you don't even know what his policies are.
Right, and then
You're talking out your... As soon as he said
that affects his credibility.
Yeah, as soon as he said that, I'm like, well, I'm
Yeah.
not listening to this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Even though, again,
'Cause-
Rich Dad guy asked him the question.
Yeah.
And again, it's Rich Dad's show. I don't expect him to bash the dude because they do agree on things, they don't agree on things. He even said that in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, didn't really call him out on it. The fact that you literally didn't answer my question, you just said they're all bad.
Yeah.
Because you don't know which ones are bad.
No. He knows which ones are bad. He doesn't want to tell you which ones are bad.
No.
That's what
no,
it
we're
is.
talking about Biden's policies. If you want to convince me that Biden's going to fuck the economy.
Oh, you mean, I
That
see.
was the idea. He had.
Oh, they're
the
saying
guy
that-
was
yeah.
saying
Oh, I
that-
see what you're- where you're
Because
coming
again, everyone has this
See,
idea.
I know you were talking about Biden.
Yeah, the conservatives have this idea. A conservative businessman has an idea that the economy is going to take a shit
As soon as Democrats
as soon
get
as
in office.
Democrats get in office.
No
because
matter what they do.
Well, again, why? All of them.
Yeah.
I don't have any specifics. I can't give you specifics. You should just trust me that all his policies are bad.
See, that's what they said before Clinton got in. Oh, when the Democrats get in, our economy is going to take a tank, go in the tank.
Well, it kind of did 10 years later due to the fact that he signed that stupid fucking bill.
Well, 10 years later, but for a long time there,
Mm-hmm.
our economy was booming.
Yeah, 'cause it was
Everybody
coming
was-
at the end of the fucking bubble.
Everybody was working.
You had a new industry being born in our country. If you think about it, the computer industry was being born in our country, so that's a massive amount of wealth being gained.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it was a bubble. It wasn't real. They were basically, while they were doing that, while they were letting that bubble make the people think the world was doing good, they were taking all the actual jobs and resources that we use here to survive and
Go
shift them to
overseas.
another country
To overseas.
so they can make a little more profit.
Yeah, but you know who did that? You know who started that and were the biggest, the Republicans.
They
There was
all
some-
did it.
Yeah, but the Republicans were some of the first to do it.
Again,
You know, Republicans don't care about the country as a whole.
no, they only care about their part of it.
They only, right, and as long as they can make money and stay in power, they don't care.
And they don't have any reason to
Democrats,
stay in power.
Democrats are sometimes overly excited about things that they shouldn't be, and they want everything to happen right now.
See, I think half the Democrats are the same as Republicans. They do the same exact thing. They spend all their time making sure their elite friends are making money, and then the other half. I don't even want to say half. I'd say a quarter because you got the new recruits
Yeah,
that just came in.
right. But all I can say to you, being a black American, is that Democrats have done more for my community than Republicans have in my life. Republicans done very little in the black community. First of all, now most politicians think alike. It's like lawyers. You have to think a certain way to be a politician, and you have to be devious, and you got to be kind of a little bit on the sleazy side, just a little bit.
See, that's the problem.
That's capitalism.
That's money.
That's
You need
capitalism.
to take money.
Exactly. That's the
It's
point I'm
funny.
making.
The reason why I say the Democrats and the Republicans are on the same side because there's only one person talking about taking money out of politics, and he's an independent.
All politicians are the same.
Right? It's WWE.
All the politicians are the same, but just like WWE, you got villains, and you got the good guy.
Yeah, you got the heels.
You got
And
Polly Purebred.
that's why Trump became president because Trump realized in the WWE, he saw that you could be a villain.
You could be a
and
wrestler.
still have over half the crowd.
Loving you.
Yeah, because again, half the crowd's going to cheer for you every time. The other half's going to cheer when they see something cool.
Well, see, people.
So, you know what I'm saying? You're always getting
most of the time,
at least half.
Most of the time, people that cheer for the negative guy they have a lot of negativity in their life.
No, it depends on the arc. Because, like, The Rock was negative, but he wasn't, like, negative.
Oh, but see, his symbol basically was the good guy most of the time. Most of the time, The Rock was. That's why kids love him.
He was selfish.
But I'm talking about the persona that people would get from it.
No, I'm saying, because, again,
We're talking about the wrestler, right?
Yeah, we're talking about The Rock, and we're talking about Stone Cold. Because that's, like, to me, that's the one arc that I actually paid attention to.
Okay.
Stone Cold and The Rock. Rock was the heel. Stone Cold was not. Rock was the corporate sleaze that was doing what Vince McMahon wanted.
Oh, back then. Okay, that's what you're talking about,
I'm saying.
right?
Like, he was the sleaze. He was the corporate guy. You know what I'm saying? But people still loved him because his charisma is amazing.
Yeah, and Stone Cold
And
was the beer man, the everyday guy. Yeah. The guy next door.
Drink beer and flip off his boss.
Drive a motorcycle and shit.
Flip off his boss. Can
Yeah.
you imagine that?
Yeah.
Flipping off your boss?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know, people are dumb and they don't realize it's not real, but, like...
But there are people in real life that would do shit like that. That's where it comes from.
I know, it's bullies. Bullies will do a lot of shit to make sure they feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
And it all stems from the fact that someone touched them as a kid, or someone beat them as a kid, or someone made them
Some
feel
kind of
insecure.
trauma. Some kind of
Someone
childhood trauma.
made you feel insecure, so you got to take it out on the person who's smaller than you. Just like the same as the guy who drives a big truck.
Yeah.
I drive
The
a
bully.
big truck.
See, I never had problems with the bully.
I didn't either. I've always been a bigger kid.
When I moved from the east side to over here, there was a bully at Hampton.
Really?
Yeah. Leroy Dillard.
You know his name.
Oh yeah, he was the bully.
Dude, I can't. I didn't have a bully. I had my friends were more bullyish.
Well, he was the bully the whole school. He bullied everybody. See,
He didn't have any friends?
it wasn't just the weak kids.
Did he have like a crew?
Yeah, he had about 3 guys.
Isn't that crazy?
In
They
his
always have
little
like
crew.
3 guys.
Yeah, in his little crew. And I was from the east side. I knew how to fight. I had to fight all the time. From where the neighborhood I
didn't
came
have to
from.
fight when I.
See, the neighborhood I came from, I had to fight all the time. So fighting wasn't no big thing to me. So when I got here in the bully, everybody said, "Oh, Rudy, no, don't mess with him, man. He that's Leroy Dillard, man. He runs."
Leroy.
And, I'm like, what do you mean he runs this? Because I came from the east side where it was real gangster dudes. You know what I mean? Real tough guys. Carried knives and shit.
Now you're in the upper west side.
Jewish neighborhood.
Yeah, upper west side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Totally
Moving
different.
on up.
Exactly. Totally different scene. So I wasn't afraid of him. I pick up something.
How big was he compared to you?
He was maybe 2 or 3 inches taller than me.
Okay, so he wasn't monstrously bigger.
No, not monstrously. He was slightly larger, slightly bigger than me. But he had.
Hey, in case you didn't remember, and I don't think you did, I'll call you a couple of days ahead of time if you think you can get some shrooms.
Oh yeah. Right there, right here on the counter.
We're
We're on
broadcasting.
Yeah, but yes, I will get you what you need.
I'm sorry.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Ain't no. I mean, if some who is that?
just
Hold
didn't
on.
know. You don't want to say
Who's what?
Oh, Bruce just sent me stuff.
Oh, I thought he was looking over there in the corner. What the hell
I
is
didn't
he
know
talking about?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
That's all right. Go ahead. But yeah, let me know and I'll get them.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll text you like maybe a few days ahead. That way it'll be
Okay.
fresh in your mind.
Cool.
All right. And you said it like $25, $30 or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
No problem. Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
All right. See you guys next time.
So Leroy Brown's beating your ass.
Leroy Dillard.
Dillard. I know, but it sounds
no.
like Leroy Brown.
Well, see, he didn't beat my ass.
Wait, relevant to what? Hold on, look. Go ahead.
He didn't
Finish
beat my
this
ass. So I was at the school. Everybody told me he was the bad guy.
Yeah, the
So
tough guy.
So we were in gym class.
Uh-huh.
And I was doing some we had that dodge. We were playing dodgeball, and he was playing, so I hit him. You're not supposed to do that. I'm not supposed to do what? It's dodgeball. Oh, and he started cussing and stuff, and all these kids came around. They made a circle like around us, right? And he was talking about And then the teacher came, so he broke it up. So he told somebody to tell me after school, meet him in the alley. He gonna kick my ass. So all day in school, the kids were all, ooh, it's gonna be a fight after school. It's gonna be a fight. And hardly any of them knew me. I was new.
Yeah. So they thought you were gonna get your ass beat.
Oh, I would get my ass towed up.
Because you're the new kid. No one has seen you fight.
Yeah.
Was he really like? So had you seen him fight at all? No,
I had never seen him fight.
This is first
Everybody was
days,
scared
huh?
of him. Wouldn't nobody fight him. Everybody was afraid of him.
Oh, so he just.
So I mean, at one
Torture.
time you must beat somebody up, or maybe all of them up. I don't know. But that wasn't happening with me. I kicked his ass. So we're gonna meet up to school in the alley. I said, I don't really want to do that. Oh, you're gonna do it. And all these kids pushing me. Go on, man. Go ahead. You know, kids be goading you on. They want to see the fight. And at first I didn't want to do it. I figured, fuck it. I'll show him my skills. And
Fuck it.
after that, I had no problem with him or anybody else in school. And kids used to say, when new kids would come to school and we'd be in gym class, they say, put the gloves on and box Rudy. Go box Rudy. They'd be telling people to come, you know, they were looking for somebody to kick my ass.
Anybody kick your ass?
No. Well, I got my ass kicked on the east side a couple of times before I moved over there, yeah.
Wait, how old were you when you moved over?
I want to say around 9 or 10.
Okay. See, I was in Oak Park at that time. And we moved out to Holly. So, Oak Park, there was one kid that wanted to beat me, I remember being chased. I was probably 8, maybe 9, and I never saw him again because we left town. We moved out of town within a year. And in Holly, there's no one in my neighborhood that's, it's not like that. There's not that many kids where I lived. There was one kid across the street, and that was it.
Yeah.
So in order to get, and in Holly High School, or school, I didn't, I was pretty quiet, so I didn't step on people's toes, obviously.
I didn't like fighting, you know what I mean? That wasn't my thing. But my uncle told me, when we got ready to move, my uncle said, come here, I want to tell you something. I said, what? He said, when you get to this new school, he said, if anybody messes with you, pick up a rock and hit them in the head. That's what he told me this.
Damn, did you kill someone like that?
He said, don't let nobody punk you out. He said, don't let nobody punk you out, boy. Because if you gotta pick up a rock and hit him in the head.
Man, see, I would have never, I don't think I'd had, I mean, I heard my uncle talk about one time, and I don't remember if this whole story is true, but it was my brother's cousin. He's a big dude. Tim was 6'2", I think. He's 6'2", 6'1", something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger guy.
Thick.
Always thick, real thick.
Yeah.
And biker strong type dude, I imagine.
Yeah.
And I just remember hearing a story about him, some road rage shit, some 2 dudes fucking some shit on the road that he pulled over and whooped both their asses and then left. It was like, he's a big guy, so it could have happened. It could have been bullshit. He's the one that gave me my insecurities about, my young, I have a little penis insecurities that kept me from getting laid as a child, as a young adult. And I happened to open, because our bathroom door had the toilet right there. It's an old bathroom, so it had the toilet right there, and it had an old closet doorknob on it.
Okay.
Type thing. That's how I equate it, because it's a doorknob, but it's a doorknob from 1920.
Okay.
You know, so it's not very secure. You actually have to put a little
Hook on to keep it, to keep the door closed.
Because if anybody just pushes it,
it'll open right up.
Well, little kid, push it open, and there's Uncle fucking Tim's dick right in my face. And it's huge. In my mind, it was huge. And, you know, I got it, you know, I'm a fucking, I think my mom was alive, so I'm like 10, 11 years, no, not even 10.
That's the first time you ever saw somebody else's dick?
An adult? No, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Adult, probably. That I can think of.
Yeah.
And I'm like, like 10, 11 maybe.
I mean, you don't see dicks a lot when you're a kid.
No. And it was like, and he wasn't like stroking or anything, he was just peeing.
You just happened to see it.
You know, I'm a little kid and I got this little fucking nubbit. And he got this fucking thing that's like 4 inches, 6 inches long, whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. It was like, that's what you're supposed to be. Like, my dad's so anti-talking about anything that, like, in my mind, I had this unreal fantasy as a child that you're not supposed to get boners.
What?
I thought your dick was just supposed to be big. I was like, the boner was the problem. That's not what happens. Because, again, I'm not supposed to know about sex at all.
Yeah.
There's no, like, I
so
have
all kind
questions.
of things, all kind of things will go into your mind, right.
But if I ask them, I get my ass beat.
You get reprimanded.
So it's like there's no point in talking about it, but then I got to think about it.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, you're not supposed to get a boner, you know. And then sex ed, you know, late. It was in elementary school, but it was like it was middle school.
Yeah.
It wasn't until middle school until they taught us like some things, and they explained that you're supposed to have a boner.
You're cracking me up today.
Dude,
you are cracking me up.
It was crazy.
A boner.
Well, again, I don't know. Thing just starts happening, man, and no one wants to talk about it.
That's deep. Now, mine was just the opposite. My parents would talk about it. Kids in school were talking about it.
Yeah, well, again, I didn't have a lot of friends.
First time I had sex, I must have been about maybe 7 or 8. And, I didn't really have sex. But this white guy named Larry lived across the street from me. He said, Rudy, man, come here, man, I'm going to show you something. So I went across the street, and he had put a tent up in his backyard. He said, come here, I'm going to show you something. And I come, he said, peek in the tent. And I peeked in the tent. There was a girl in there naked, laying in the tent. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? To myself, you know, what is this? It was his sister. Yeah, go on in there, man. I'm like, no. Go on in there, push me in there, you know. And I'm looking at her, she's looking at me and stuff. She's naked, and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, you're not. I get it.
What the fuck, you know? But I got a boner. Yeah, that's what I thought to myself. Oh, what's going on here? You know?
Yeah, no.
Because that's the first time I've ever seen a naked person.
Oh, no.
Girl.
When I was 7, 8, we had a naked club.
What?
We had this little club. It was some 12-year-olds or 10 or 11-year-olds, like a couple years older than me.
Oh, okay.
We put it together, but it was a bunch of young little
You
kids.
just get together and get naked?
Yeah, we'd get naked behind this house, this garage.
Wow, that's deep.
And we'd just dance and play air guitar.
Yeah.
And it'd just be kids, you know, no one's getting boners.
Right.
And then they dared me. I was like 8. They dared me to, you know, lick the pussy, so I did. And it's one of the first vivid dreams I had.
They dared you.
They did. Well, you know.
No, I understand what you're saying. It's just funny.
I did it, and I'm in there, and I look, and here comes Mom. Looking for us. Coming around the porch, and she sees me pull my head out, and she was just...
Yeah, by the ear, huh?
All the way home.
Yeah, come here, motherfucker.
Yep, and then I had to sit in the room and wait for my dad, which is...
Hell.
That time was hell.
It's hell.
Yeah.
When you gotta wait for your dad. They tell you,
gave me
wait till your dad gets home. Oh, shit.
It felt like a multi-hour talk about AIDS and how sex is going to kill you, and if you fuck, you're going to have a baby, and
yeah, fuck your head up some more.
Yeah, don't even think about it. Yeah, why it's happening, what's happening.
Because back then I think they thought maybe if you gave you too much
That's just my
information.
dad. There's people that were doing it right.
Yeah.
If my dad had put any effort into understanding how a mind works, or
Yeah.
the human mind works,
He just knew what
he knew what.
He didn't want you to
No,
do.
he knew what he had done,
I didn't
and
think
he
about
didn't want
that.
me to do what he had done.
I didn't even think about that part.
That's what it's all about. That's a conservative mindset. I've done it. I don't need you to do it. You don't need to fuck up. Or no, not that. Yeah, kinda. His mindset was, it's just going to cause me grief. If anything happens and you have a child, because that's what happens, they did it.
Yeah.
They have 4 fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? He had found the woman he loved when he was a teenager. You know, the like
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet bullshit.
Yeah.
And yet,
Young love.
and yet, when I'm a fucking 17-year-old, 16-year-old kid, he's telling me a girlfriend is a girlfriend. Oh, fuck. It's gone now. No, it's still playing. Whatever. Alright.
He told you a girlfriend is a girlfriend.
Yeah, which is just a friend
That's a girl.
that's a girl. And that's all they are.
Think of him just like you think of your friend Bob.
Yeah, that's all you should ever... And it was like, you found the woman of your dreams when you were in high school.
But you're telling me,
I can't do that.
don't even look.
Don't even fucking look. Don't even try.
That is weird.
Why? Because you got my mom pregnant at 17, had
So he-
to have an abortion,
so he
and it
figured-
caused you a bunch of stress, and you don't want me
To
to
do
not
the same-
necessarily go through the same thing. You just don't want to deal with a fucking kid. Because you're not going to let me get an abortion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he'd let me or not. It wouldn't have been his choice, but...
But back then people did it on the sly. They would instead of having abortions, the girl would just she went to Memphis for the summer.
Yeah, she'd go and then the kid get adopted or something.
Yeah, or the auntie, he would keep the kid.
Yeah, the auntie that never could have a kid would have a kid now. All of a sudden. Yeah.
Yeah. All kind of weird shit like that went down.
But, it was...
Especially with Catholics. Yeah, man.
But yeah, this shit, I was fucked up with sex for a long time. Like, mentally just, like, not understanding anything
And
about why I had, like, again, I didn't know who I was until I was in my 30s.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to be who I want to be.
You know.
This is not something that I can take around my father.
You really don't start figuring shit out until you get about 40, 45.
Well,
when you start figuring certain things out.
Yes.
That's
That's a crazy part. Especially, some people get lucky and get to figure some shit out a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
We're all different. We're all the same. At the same time, we're all different.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's a simulation.
But I don't think my dad's figured shit out.
For himself, he did.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the mind fuck going on in his head if he really believes in heaven.
But
Does
if
he think Julia's going to hell or something?
But if he really believes in heaven, it's heaven.
I know. But how do you still deal with
I
two
don't-
women that you gave your life to forever?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if my dad divorced my mom. That's a different story.
But your mom died.
Yeah, I know. So again, back to what I said the other day. If my mom was the one that lived, she doesn't remarry until we're out of the house.
I see what you're saying.
My
Gotcha.
dad remarries within a year.
Immediately.
Yeah, but yet he's still a huge Christian in the belief that he's going to heaven.
Yeah.
So if you're going to heaven, who are you going to spend eternity with?
Oh,
That's
I see
a
what
deep
you're saying.
question.
Well, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
If that's how it works.
if that's how, which
Yeah.
we know it doesn't. But,
Yeah, but
if
if
that's
that-
how it worked,
Yeah.
how are you going to deal with that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're really a true man of faith, you don't remarry. You already found what you were looking for.
Your soulmate.
Now you just wait until it fucking comes back to you when you get there, when you die. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a true man of faith, you can't How do you deal with that?
But
5
think-
wives.
Yeah, but think about what you just said. In
What?
reality, that whole premise is bizarre. Life is bizarre, man.
Well, you'd also, again, you'd have to believe that there's a heaven and hell for this premise to work.
Of course,
I don't believe there's a heaven and hell.
You have to
there's
truly
hell.
believe that. Yes, you're
Yes.
right. I don't believe
So,
in heaven or hell either.
When it comes to love is it's something that is found in 2 ways. One is, I think, on a level that's different than the others, and sometimes it's not.
See, love is
But it can change.
Well,
As
love-
people change, people change.
love is confusing because love is never the same thing.
Mm-mm. Everyone's different.
Yeah, and you have different results,
Yep.
and that's why maybe there isn't love and maybe there isn't hate. Those 2 things might not really exist.
No, I think love is what the universe is. It's just warmth.
But
It's a connection.
Oh yeah, but a connection to what? No, break it down. Let's break it all the way down, really, to the word love. It's just a word.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really doesn't mean anything.
Does it?
To give you an example of what I mean, what emotion is love? Do you understand what I'm
Hold on a
saying?
second. Does it not mean something? The reality is my best friend Chris tells everyone he talks to he loves them. Every one of them.
Okay.
Since I've been able to tell her I love her, my life has changed.
Yes.
There's more positive energy comes out when you
Because-
actually get to say it, I think. And again, is it a word? It's words, and words have resonance.
It's the stock we put in words.
No, it's the emotion we put into words. That's my point. Love, when you
Can you describe love to somebody in words? No, you can't.
No, you can't. That's
That's
why
the
it's an
point.
emotion.
That's the point I'm making.
But it's such an emotion that it affects your whole overall spiritual being.
okay.
You get my point?
Oh, yeah, I
That's why
understand
they
what
say
you're
when
saying.
there's meditations that have you, when you're sitting in meditation, it's a meditation that you can do, and as you breathe in all the love and all the love and light that you can think of, that of the people that you know that you love, that love you. And you breathe it in and you feel their energy, and then when you breathe out all your love and all your happiness to people that you
Gotcha.
think need it. And again, does it do anything? No. But you feel better afterwards,
Right. That's
and
the
it
point.
also helps you,
That's the point I'm making.
that's what it's about.
It is these feelings are indescribable.
Right. I get that.
There's no. If we took the word love out of our vocabulary, would it make a difference? No.
No, people would still love
Have those emotions.
yeah, those emotions.
They wouldn't have a name for it, but they still have those emotions. It's just like there's a tribe. I think it's in New Guinea, somewhere like that. And they don't have a word for no. So you never hear no. You ask for something, you're going to get it.
Okay.
They don't have no in their vocabulary. Deep, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, again,
So if we removed the words hate and love, would it make a difference?
no, because the hate would still be there too. Again, without the words, they're still there. No is an action. It's not a feeling. It's not a emotion. It's an action. It's different in a sense. Because if you take away hate, someone else will just come up with another word for it. If you take away love, someone will just come up with another word for it. They'll figure out how to explain it in the way that they can, in the way, because again, hate and love are not universally the words used for those emotions throughout the planet. They translate to hate and love, but
Yeah,
everywhere
they're
else in the
different
planet,
sounds.
different sounds,
Different sounds, of
for
course.
the same emotion, for the same feeling.
Yes. But
So it's about, I mean, again, it's not the words help you say, okay, if I know it's hate, I can label it and discard it.
So, yeah.
But that's what the words help with. So, for example, if you have a feeling of hate and a feeling of anxiety and pain and anger, you can then label that as what it really is, a fake emotion. And with the label, you can then file it away because our brains work in words. That's how our brains work in this generation of humans.
Oh, yeah, of course. We label everything.
Yeah.
We
So
label
by being able to
everything.
label it, you can then go, and then when you find an emotion that's love, you can label that and learn how to, work on that one and actually let it in. Like if you find a bacteria that's good for your stomach.
So suppose you love someone,
Mhm.
and then after a year they don't love you no more.
I've already been there. We just talked about that.
Yes, that's the point I'm making.
What? I get it.
We just as well get rid of those words.
No, it's not about getting rid of the word. You can't. You need the
I
label.
think if you get rid of the words, you'll get rid of a lot of other things.
No, I still would have the same emotion. I still would have felt the same amount of anxiety and anger towards the way she treated our relationship in that sense. You know what I mean? Where she wasn't giving me what I wanted, wasn't showing me any love. Like, because again, love languages are the true. Like love is so true. They've already figured out what the languages are. Okay, they know how people want to be treated. If you look up love languages, each person has a way where they connect with love. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Kinda.
Touching. You've had many of girlfriends. I'm sure you've had plenty of girlfriends who didn't like being touched. And you've had girlfriends who wanted to be touched all the time.
Different people, yeah, right.
Right, well that's a love language. Saying I love you is a love language. Giving someone a gift is a love language. Doing stuff for people is a love language. And different people have different ways again, it's not conscious. This is subconsciously. If I'm someone who likes, say you're someone who likes a card every once in a while, that's your love language. You like a gift every once in a while. It shows you how you feel appreciated. You subconsciously don't know this. Or consciously you don't know this. It's all subconsciously they found. If I don't do that, then you're not feeling love from me. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
You're not feeling the connection.
That's
So
right.
then if I start doing it, and I only do that, then it starts building that connection back up, that love connection that shows, you get what I'm saying? So, but if I'm somebody, so you like cards, you don't like being touched. But I'm someone who likes to touch, it doesn't like to give
card.
gifts.
Yeah.
So I'm touching you all the time, trying to show you I love you, and it's like, this is how I show love, and you are repulsed by it. On top of that, I'm not showing you the love you want. The relationship won't work. Because after a while, the person who's not feeling any love isn't going to want to be there.
Well, it's not just that, though. It's what amount of love. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what
somebody could give 100%. The other person, you are. It's
That's
the
what
same
I'm
thing.
saying.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
If you, again, yes, there's that. If you're someone who's 50% in a relationship, you shouldn't be in a relationship. That's plain and simple. If you are only at 50% and the other person is,
But who thinks like that?
no one does. But I'm just
Exactly.
stating facts.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
stating the truth.
Right.
I don't believe anybody.
I
But love languages is a way. If you do love somebody, if you are in it 100%, it's a way to find out if the person actually loves you, because you tell them what you want, you show them how to love you, and if they deliberately don't do it, then you can take that as they're only 50%. They're not where I'm at.
Exactly.
Because if they were, they would have spent the
They
extra
would
5
respond.
seconds. Because again, it's literally a fucking touch can do it.
And I'm going to tell you, it's rare
What?
that two people can come together.
No, it's
and-
not rare when you learn it. If you
Wait a
really
minute,
like
the two
someone.
people can come together and love each other and till they die.
Hmm.
See,
Yeah.
most people can't do that.
True.
A lot of people grow apart. They might love the hell out of each other, but they grow apart.
Mhm.
And so it doesn't last.
But
It's
that,
a love that
you know
doesn't
why?
last.
Because a lot of people get married in the beginning. They're not getting married now when they've already figured out what the fuck they like. Again, can you think about this? In your 40s, are you that much more changed than you were? Okay, from your time you were 20 to 40, I bet you changed 100 times more than you did from the time you were 20 to 60, or 40 to 60. You know what I'm saying? By the time you hit 40, I assume, yes, you're still changing. Everyone
Well,
evolves.
you're more mature,
Yeah, but the
and you
changes
have an
can be less-
idea of what's going to happen.
Yeah, subtle. It's going to be more subtle.
Yeah, you have an idea.
Where
But
when you're younger, you're trying 1,000 things because you don't know what you like yet.
exactly, you're forming yourself.
Yeah, or you're pretending to be something.
or you're trying to be something.
Yeah, that's not real.
It's a very metaphysical conversation.
Well, Whitner expected to open fucking gyms and movies
Yeah,
soon. Gyms, movies.
I guess
Yep.
we just like I said, we just got to live with this thing until we get a
Well,
vaccine.
hopefully they start putting some money in.
Until they get a vaccine.
I mean, people are going to go if they want to go. It's just a matter of how bad it's going to, like, because the flu season's coming this year.
Exactly.
Maybe. I saw something.
Well, they said in down